Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name is Tom.
And I am Antique Mike.
And today, Subscriber Sample Saturday.
Whoop, whoop.
So today's Subscriber Sample Saturday is brought to you by my neighbor, Bob.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you so much for this.
This is going to be fun.
He had found this in one of the houses he was cleaning out, and he said, I want to see you guys do this on the channel. We are idiots when it comes to this. I've never seen anything like this. We'll get into the particulars, and then you can watch us make a mockery of what's going to happen right here. So this one is a James B. Beam vintage car decanter. It comes in, it has 80 proof. It says it is 100 months. It was a gift, so we have no idea. We did Google it just to see in mint condition is, it all depends. I've never even seen one of these. The distillery is the James B. Beam Distillery, and this is a Model J Duesenberg decanter. It's made in the USA in the late 1980s. So he wasn't sure, I have no idea what this is going to taste like. This is
8.33 years.
Oh, no, I figured that. I knew it was just over 8. But this is still sealed. So we he's like, do you think you can drink it? I'm like, we're going to find out. I don't know. So I'm going to unseal it, and we'll see if we can get this cork out.
You ripped them off.
I certainly did. I don't know if I'm going to get this cork out.
I'll play Jack. Let me play Jack.
Yeah, you're playing Jack, all right. We might need tools for this one. I was afraid of this. We might have to pause this.
The little dog's not helping.
No, he's not. And we might have to pause this because this is not budging at all.
The Jack man's doing his job.
All right.
The cork man's not.
Let us pause this in a second. All right, I'm going to get that. All right, so we are back. And much like in Jim Beam fashion, as Mike said, it is a screw top. So, like, I'm pulling and jerking, and it ain't going to come off. So, we did get tools. We did get it.
Tools.
I have no idea if this is going to taste good or if it's even edible.
Just a slight corrosion around the cap. But
yeah, I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but we're going to have to try to see if we can pour this without making a ginormous mess. So, you ready?
I'm ready. Look, gurgles. Easy. Well, you didn't do bad for measuring. A little cloudy.
Well, I'm not going to go too much because, again, I don't know how this is going to taste.
If you see us keeling over, then
right.
I wouldn't try this trick.
If this is our last show, thank you all for watching. We hope you at least like the video. So, again, I don't know.
It's got a great nose, actually.
Bob had actually, is it? So he had actually asked me, and I'm like, look, if you can smell it and it doesn't smell horrible, take
it's a little cloudier than what to me, but it's 1980s. It's got a pretty good nose.
I don't know about pretty good, but it's definitely coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I like it.
Light fruitness.
Okay. Ooh, this is just scary. Can I just say this on the top of my head? This is scary. I have no idea what was going on with this thing. It was sealed, though.
It was pretty funny because he was trying to pull it out. Like
I was trying to. It would not pull.
Typically, is a screw top.
But you couldn't. I was trying to spin it
No,
originally.
I know, and
it wouldn't spin either.
It was actually probably would have been funny because we were worried about getting my fingers caught, and he's got pliers and.
Yeah. No. Well, I know. I didn't know how long it was going to take. Spend 45 minutes to just break it. All right, I got to try it. It's almost giving me the paint thinner vibe.
The paint can vibes. Oh. It's got some little nuttiness in there. Yeah, you gotta say it's me again, but there is nuttiness in this one.
There's differentness.
There is something different to this.
There is.
I'm trying to think because it's been sitting in a bottle.
Well, the bottle itself too.
Is wood.
We put the cap on it, right?
Yeah, you did.
So I don't know if I can zoom in right here, but I think it's made out of that like a porcelain.
Porcelain. Yep.
And I don't know if that's tainting the flavor.
A lot of their collection series, though, were like the bird collection, and they were all in like
porcelain containers.
Yeah, they got the birds, they got dogs, they got all kinds of different collections. They got our name actually, a whole collection series of Lockharts.
Oh yeah,
they're in our little great room.
I'm not sure what I think of this.
Oh, I'm getting like a butterscotch.
Or is it? It's not bad. It's just freaking me out. because I think I taste different. I almost want to go get I think I still got Jim Beam Black over there somewhere.
Are you getting a butterscotch in the nose? It's almost like the benchmark butterscotch. That's strong.
Not to that effect, but it's a tainted caramel if that's what you're going. So I could almost go with a butterscotch.
I'm still talking. I didn't fall over, so I'm feeling pretty good. I don't mind this actually. It's probably the oldest shit we've ever drank.
No, I get you. I think I'm more freaked out than anything. It's like when they say, "Oh, here, eat Rocky Mountain oysters," and you're like, "I just don't want to do that." But it's like they just taste like fried. You know what I mean? I've done it. You know, or I'm gonna eat rattlesnake.
I guess you're one ahead on me. I never was.
Oh, I did. I was in a platter.
I would do it.
It was a fried platter. I forget where we were. We were in the Western States somewhere, and it came on it. Yeah, it came on the platter. No, that this. The nose is getting better. It was kind of ethanol forward, I wanted to say. That's why I said it was like a paint thinner smell. Like I was getting ethanol in the beginning.
I didn't get that, so I was getting the background.
But now it's kind of caramel-esque.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of bringing.
I'll
go with your butterscotch. I could see that. I don't usually get that. I usually get a nut out of Jim Beam. That's why I almost went and tried to find
this time in the sip, though, I didn't get a nut. The first sip, I did get a nut, but in the sip this time, I didn't.
I will go with your butterscotch, though, the more it's sitting here.
Mm-hmm. Which typically is not a note that we get from Jim Beam. I want to thank Bob for this because this is
it's a cool
nice it's a nice little treat, and
I will keep the car. You know what I mean? to display it. It's not something I thought I would ever find. You know what I mean? Because these are like these. I don't even know if they continue to sell. Like these are something you find like in people's basements and exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? And
but to be uncapped and untouched, that's just even. We literally pulled the tape off,
which goes back to the people that had it. It's whiskey. Get it in you. You know what I mean? I do understand it because in mint condition, they do sell for a generous amount of money. Because in fact, he had said, he goes, wait a minute. He goes, I said, Bob, did you even look this up? He's like, no. I'm like, some of these go for like $4,000 or $5,000. Like they got a fire.
There was a
fire. They got a fire one that goes for like almost $5,000. I'm like. He's like, well, then I want half. I'm like, you can have the whole thing. I'll give it back to you. And I greatly appreciate it. But, I mean, these are cool as far as, talk about a collector's piece back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, if you have that,
even after you drink it, it still looks like the car. You wouldn't think it's even like Jim Beam other than it's running board.
Right. I used to have a Ferrari that rewound my VCR tapes. You know what I mean? So it just sat there and you just put the tape, you pop the hood and you put the tape in and you do it. So it's a cool concept. Well, you had a phone that was a Harley Davidson that we had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a cool concept. It's definitely a conversation piece on there. And
I want to say Jim Beam was one of the only ones. I don't remember any of the bigger distillers do decanters and did like collector series of dogs, cat, birds.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case.
All kinds of different cars.
No,
from Beetle to.
Yeah, did I not give the? Oops, sorry. It doesn't say it on that side. We'll give you the prettier side on there. It actually has like some information down here on the running board down there.
Was it 1920 something or 30 something? I forgot. I reread it.
I will say
Model J Duesenberg anyhow.
Yes,
like 35 maybe or 30.
I will say this right here on the thing says 1934.
Okay.
So on the actual license plate, the back license plate got it. The paper's ripped off and stuff like that. But thank you again, Bob. This is actually really cool.
It is pretty cool.
I know he does have another one that he did. I think he had a fire thing that I just haven't gone back to, or a police car or something like that he had. That was in a little bit rougher shape. You know what I mean? But super generous to donate this for a review. I just, I freaked myself out. But the more I keep smelling it, I mean, this is actually, it's really caramelized out. Beyond your butterscotch, it's actually bringing me to caramel now. I mean, this has been sitting. If this was made in the late 1980s, this is old. You know what I mean? And I was afraid I was going to get like a tainted taste off the porcelain. But honestly, the more I keep drinking it, I mean, I don't go back regularly to Jim Beam, not for any other reason than, I don't know.
Because they disappear.
That's mainly because I won't have them for a blind.
Because usually they evaporate.
Yeah, no, I've already bought like two of all of them.
They do evaporate.
No, I know because
they
go right down.
Yeah, it's an 80 proof. Mm-hmm. It's pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Even in this, I like it. I just like the whole concept.
I agree.
It'd be cool if we don't see him, and if I did, I'd try to grab him.
Pouring is a challenge. I will go with that.
I think it'll be a little better now.
you'd still need like 2 people because you need to hold the glass when I'm pouring it in, that type of a thing.
Because it will gurgle.
Because it's gonna gurgle and you're gonna spill it and you're gonna miss it, and then but
maybe that's why they had one before, and you're like, yeah, this makes too much mess. I'll just put it on the shelf.
Or they said, oh, I'm gonna wait till this is worth a bunch of money. You know what I mean? So how many people do that? They buy bottles just to be able to. In 30 years, this is going to be worth a ton because there's not going to be any more on the shelf.
And whoever, the kids probably didn't even know there's liquor right here.
Right?
They just thought it was a car.
Yeah,
Dad always had his car. They didn't know to pick
He
pick
does
up the hat,
all different, removal of stuff. So I don't know if it was like a cash out where the house is empty, or if it was if it was just like get this junk out of my cellar, so I don't need it, type of a deal. But again, this is a neat car. I'm not a car person, but I would have loved to have had something like, you know what I mean? Like back in the day when you have things like this.
Awesome to be cruising around on that.
I will say I did play Mafia on a computer, and I did drive in one of these at one point in time, and it handled pretty good. It was slow, but it was a good video game. If you never played Mafia, that's actually really fun. But it was you drove in all the old cars, like it was like an old version of GTA type of a thing but the cars didn't go fast. But you don't know anything I'm talking about. But for those of you that have played video games,
video games and me, we had Pong.
No, I hear you. And Atari.
That's,
we got Atari when you were still around then,
but I didn't play him.
No, I did a lot. But no, this was I'm a video game nut.
Him and the younger brother played that.
No, we certainly did.
Not
but
I.
I don't know. The cars just looked cool back then.
No, 100. I agree with you. 1,000. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at all the work that went into that. But
yeah.
It's almost like everything.
Yeah.
Look at all the old buildings that are around everywhere in every part of America or around the world, and we can't even build a new tunnel right now that doesn't leak. So we won't go there. We'll just end on
Go Mass. Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly, I got this is actually, it's getting better in the glass.
It's very good. I want to pour more, but I know you don't want to. So
if you want to, it doesn't matter to me, but we're almost done anyway. I'll pour more. It don't matter. This is surprisingly still good tasting. It's been in there for the longest time. I was afraid that the cork was going to disintegrate. If you get one, don't be dumb like me. It just unscrews. It's very simple. But that makes sense because if that was a cork, that would have actually the liquor would have ate it. I would have had floaties, and that was the other thing I was afraid of. So, great concept. Actually, other than you really couldn't put this anywhere else. It would have been cool if you put it out the front just for fun. But
keep on talking.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna experiment.
See if you can do it all by yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to be a big boy. Put my big pants on.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Let me get my mop out. Can I help you? Because you're missing it.
Nope. We're good.
He's gotta do it.
He's got a little gas leak, but it's all right.
There you go. Again, Bob, thank you. I hope we did it justice. This is actually a super cool concept.
This is when
you're gonna have to lick the table.
This is when the gas tank shuts off and you drive off and you only got a quarter of a tank. Son of a bitch. Anyway.
No, honestly, this
nose is really good though.
That's what I'm saying. Like at first I thought I was getting too much ethanol because I wasn't getting any of that caramel. But again, this has been sitting for so long, it might have just needed to be a little jostled up a little bit. Just to, you know what I mean? Like just to do it.
We probably should have shaked it a little.
Yeah, I was afraid what was going to happen if we did. But you'll have to leave a comment down below if you've ever seen anything in it like this.
If you even have them. Do you have like the bird collection or the dog collection or the name collection or car collection? I know they have a shitload of cars. There's a ton of them. When you look online, they got
again, and I don't even know.
I don't think they're.
I didn't look up. I don't even know if they're still doing them because it's actually a cool concept that you could sell your cheapest whiskey for more money by putting in a collectible.
Yeah, I wonder. We didn't even look how much this actually went in the back in the
day. No, I didn't. So if you guys actually know, you can leave a comment down below.
Was it $10 more for the car? Who knows?
Right, to where, because I have seen like ones with baseball bats and it's like all different decanters out of different things. So it would be neat to know, have you guys ever stumbled across any of these? This is something I thought I would never, ever seen. So, Bob, this is awesome. Thank you very much.
It is. I'm totally enjoying this.
Yeah, and I'll lick the table. Don't worry about it that he spilled all over it.
I had a paper towel over here, but I don't know what happened.
So,
my partner must have took it.
Well, that's Subscriber Sample Saturday. Again, we appreciate.
This is a great one.
It is because
not that the others aren't. This is just totally unique to us. So.
It's something I just never thought. Like our last one was friggin' insane. But
no,
like
that was really phenomenal too. This is just the concept of here.
Something I never thought I would ever see. Like, because I don't go antiquing, or I don't, that's where you would find something like this sitting on a shelf somewhere in an antique shop. It's a 50-50 shot, or
like you said,
or 90-10. If people don't know or don't care, like, not everyone's a whiskey person. They're like, I ain't drinking that.
It says right here on the side.
I get it, but they're like, I don't care. If they don't want to drink it, they're not going to open it. So, well, there you go. That's Subscriber Sample Saturday. Again, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
Very much so.
Everyone who's ever sent anything in. And again, if you've ever seen anything like this or done anything like this, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious to see, was yours tainted in any way? Because surprisingly, for that many years old, it's actually very good.
And it is 750 milliliter. It says it on the side. Magnifying glass to get all that, but it's like a legit bottle. So only zoom.
Well, there you go. That's our review. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.